People think that Alzheimer's patients don't understand. Margaret understands everything. Margaret understands most of what is said. We sit out on the porch and people go by and they all know Margaret. Some people walk up and talk to her. Margaret gets to see the squirrels out there. She has a great deal of trouble verbalizing things. I suspect this is true with people in these nursing homes, but they can't understand why their loved one just abandoned them. We met at a leadership conference at a university. We used to just sit in the car together and we planned our life together. And never in our life had been a time we didn't trust each other. I'm aware medically enough to know that she had a very serious problem. We were selling books and we went to a swap meet and we'd been selling there for years, and Margaret told me that she couldn't take the money anymore because she couldn't handle the money. She was making too many mistakes. And I thought, oh, Margaret, you just can't, you're so much better at it than I am. So she did it for another couple of months and she said she just can't do that anymore, and so then we stopped. So we knew something was wrong. Margaret and I are people who truly love each other and we belong here together. Much better here than being separated by nursing home type stuff. We're far better off here.
I was Linda's nurse for just about 5 years at home. Finally, the doctor said she could not stay home anymore, that she needed too much help. So, against my will, I had to agree that I couldn't keep her at home anymore. Making that decision was very difficult. Anyway, I put her in the board and care. I felt terribly guilty that she wasn't at home anymore, and very hopeful that after a while she could return home, although I guess I really knew that wasn't going to happen. I went and spent like 5 or 6 hours a day with her, and I didn't have anything else to do for all those years. All I did was take care of her and go to the bank or the grocery store, and that was my whole life, taking care of her. I didn't even go out in the backyard and swim. The doctor at one time asked me if I was going to tell her what her illness was, and I said I couldn't possibly tell her that. And he said, don't worry about it, I'll tell her. And he told her that she knows that she has Alzheimer's disease.
He was having problems. He couldn't hold a job down. He just kept getting fired all the time, and we didn't know what was going on. And our kidlet had a play date. So anyway, and he was supposed to pick her up at 4 and bring her home. So at 4:15, I get a call from Tracy saying, "Where's Dad?" He couldn't find her. He didn't remember where she was. I take one day at a time. But one of my biggest things is fear, because you never know what's going to come up. It's just sad. It's, you know, it's hard. I can't watch him 24/7. This was the man I loved. I married him. I made a child with him. It just kind of hurts to the core to not have that anymore. Just kind of this shell that isn't really him.